You are listening to Show Up Arizona across the great state of Arizona on iHeartRadio. My name is Billy Harfosh. I always track down interesting stories, interesting new happenings around the state of Arizona for you guys. Listen to this. Monica Samuels is the owner and founder of Quasar Quantum Healing and the Quasar Quantum Youth Fund. I'd like to welcome Monica to the show. She's right here. Monica, first of all, welcome to iHeartRadio. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me, and I'm doing great.
Okay, so I got on your website. I'll give that out right off the top. It's quasarquantumhealing.com. You spell it Quasar, quantumhealing.com.
Yes.
I was watching some videos. I was reading about your story, about, by the way, the business, what is it, about 8 months old?
Yes, tomorrow.
How would you categorize your business? Like a wellness center?
It's a wellness center, yes, when people come with different circumstances to heal I call it soul, mind, and body, because when you heal the soul, the mind is healed, and the mind sends the signals to the body to be healthy and happy,
Well, I love the name of the center of the facility, because right off the top, I'm trying to figure out what it means. So let's go into that. And we should mention you have your husband here,
yes,
here in studio. We're down on 44th Street in Van Buren, iHeartRadio in Phoenix. So Quasar, I don't even know what quantum means, first of all. So what does Quasar mean, more or less?
Quasar is the biggest enlightenment objects in the universe. Without quasars, there's nothing. We would not be here. The universe would not exist. So that's Quasar. Quasar is just bright objects in the universe.
Bright objects that are important, right?
Yes, of course. Without them, nothing happened.
We wouldn't be here. All right, so we've established that. And what is like that word quantum? Wasn't there an old, someone's probably talking to the radio right now like, Billy, you idiot. Wasn't there an old television show, Quantum something? Anybody, Bueller? No? What does quantum mean?
Quantum is... I would say, the atoms have quantum. So quantum is energy, I guess?
Energy.
Yes.
Energy. So we have light, necessary light, bright things, and energy. Okay, so let's get into it. I was watching on your website. I was checking out your social media channels. We're going to give all that stuff out. You do all different kind of, I would call them therapies. Very holistic approach, correct?
Yes.
Give me some examples. Like there's a salt therapy.
Yeah, well, we have the Himalaya salt, which is pink salt that came from Pakistan, and I created this cave. I went to this cave about 3 years ago, and I says, I want one. And, I always say I want one or whatever, and then I work for it, and I get it. So I went to this salt cave, and I said, I want to create... the center was not even a center or in my mind to have the center. The center came along with the circumstances that I went through with my family. But... The salt helps a lot the body for inflammation. It has a lot of benefits, the pink salt. And when you breathe in that cave, it's anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, antifungal, antibacterial, and all the benefits to breathe just that for the lungs are amazing. So we have the cave where we have our yoga studio, and we have different yoga activities through the month. We have Salt Journey, we have Salt Sunday, we have just Vinyasa. And we just have events through the month in the salt, which is very, very beneficial for the body. And that's what I created. I wanted to create the center, which is machines. It's like a speed-up process, and grounding, which is the salt cave. So they're the combination of both.
Yeah, you talk a lot about grounding, and I've heard that phrase before. In fact, my mother always used to tell me, you need to be grounded, have some sense of spirituality, not to get religious, but like some sense of believing in something greater than yourself, which for a lot of us is difficult to do, especially nowadays with social media. Everybody's trying to be Insta famous and all this social media TikTok stuff. I cannot wait to go visit your center, first of all. And second of all, it's more than just a yoga studio. You have a lot of different things happening there. Who are your typical clients?
Well, we have different type of people in the center, from people from stay-home moms to CEOs to politicians. We have, you name it, we have it. I never, when I opened the center, my goal was to treat children because what I went through with my family, and my goal was to have children that are facing a lot of emotional issues. Unfortunately, nowadays with social media, a lot of children fall into that because, what we think becomes our emotions. And because of social media, all these kids are 24/7,
big time,
wondering if somebody likes them or if somebody comment on their pictures, and they create these things in their head, and then that's what happened to us.
Yeah,
And
big time. That's a topic we cover a lot on this show. And Monica Samuels, Monica, bring that microphone right up to your mouth there. I'm speaking right now to Monica Samuels. She's the owner and founder of Quasar Quantum Healing. And perfect segue, you are a good talker. We should get into this. The Quasar Quantum Youth Fund. This is an all-new nonprofit right here in the state of Arizona. That's where we celebrate this, and that's where we support nonprofits here on this show. Excited to launch its fundraising campaign to help youth, like you were talking about. Ages, what are we talking about? 10 to 18 years old. Tell me about the campaign and the fund. Where did this idea come from?
Well, our family went through a lot during puberty of our children, and due to that, we had to go to a very rough time for like 3 years, in kind of in limbo, not to know what to do. We went to every doctor, we went to everything. We didn't know what to do. We were diagnosed with all these different things, one member of our family, and in reality, she didn't have anything. It was just all these medications, all this stuff, street drugs and medical, pharmaceuticals, both combination of both, because they pile these kids that their brain are developing with all this prescribed medication, and then they're not feeling good. They might feel good for a little time, but then again, they fall into and you as a parent tried everything to help your own children, but before you know, you're in the biggest hole that trying to survive with all the family. Yeah. And that's what happened to us. And unfortunately, they tried the street drugs, and that's when it got mixed with the prescribed drugs, and we ended in a really bad situation. 20 days in children's hospital, 10 days in a mental facility, and I'm going to get emotional.
That's okay.
And 49 days, we sent her to Anasazi, which is grounding with earth. Okay. So for 49 days, they went on camping with nothing. But
where is this now?
Anasazi is an organization in Mesa. It's a nonprofit organization in Mesa that helps youth in crisis, that teach them to go. She went to Tonto Forest and live for 49 days walking in nature. In nature, wow. Grounding herself. So for me, nature was so important. Yeah. And then in the meantime, I was introduced to these machines. And I contact the person who make one of the machines, because our machines, we have 6 different machines at the center.
Now, I got to stop you. When you say machines, just for my audience, when you say machines, explain that.
Those are machines that reset the body at a cellular level.
See, this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah. It's a technology NASA uses to reset people's body. It's not the same machines that NASA uses, but it's the same technology NASA uses to reset the body at a cellular level.
Some sort of a chamber, a hyperbolic chamber? Or
there are 6 machines that we use at the center. And I was introduced after she went from the hospital to the grounding. We were trying to figure out what we're going to do. It's like bringing your firstborn and don't know what to do. Yeah. So we find out this, and I contact them, and I went there exactly almost 3 years ago. I was introduced to these machines. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about the machines.
Were you skeptical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because you don't know. I mean, we try everything, and we ended in.
Was it a product of being, and I hate to use this word because it's something close to you, but almost desperate at this point?
Yes, yeah? We were desperate. We didn't know what to do anymore. We were, trying to save somebody's life. And as a parent, you try everything and nothing works. And finally, after all the 49 days in the Tonto Forest helped us a lot, because we figured out what to do when she was coming home. So we went. I went to 3 years ago, in October 3 years ago, I went to meet these machines for the first time, not knowing what to expect.
Where'd you find them?
I was introduced to the guy that invented Theta. And then he had all the other machines there. But he is inventor of Theta and the EOScan, which is another machine that we have that digitize your body and help us to know what's going on.
You really, truly, so you didn't know anything about it.
No.
Out of desperation,
yes.
Someone close to your family, and you said, you know what, we're going to give this darn thing a try and see if it doesn't make some sort of a change or some sort of a positive impact. Walk me through that. You saw a positive impact.
I went for 4 days to try the machines myself.
Yourself?
Yes.
What did you feel? What is it? Do you feel anything in there?
Well, I went there not knowing anything. I got there. I got introduced to Theta, which is one of the machines, and
Theta.
I tried. Yeah, Theta. Theta, it's a machine that spins, and it puts you in Theta stage, which is the dream stage that we have, and it happens usually at the 23rd hour of the day, and most people are awake. It doesn't matter the time zone. Your body knows.
It's kind of this, you start almost going into the sleep stage. We're not talking about... Dream.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like REM cycles, are we? Okay.
Everybody has dream, and when you dream, your body heals. And we skip that because we're up. Nowadays, everybody's with social media, everybody's up, and they skip that stage. And that's when all the frequencies in your body start just going in different directions, and especially with all the frequencies that not just our body, everywhere. Yeah.
Well, if you want to get into Wi-Fi and different things, radio waves.
Yes.
So, but let's stay on topic here because I could go right off with you. Trust me, I'm really interested in this kind of stuff. So, you tried out this Theta Machine.
Yes.
And by the way, you can also, folks, you can go to the website. It's very easy. It's Quasar. QuantumHealing.com. You can find me at Billy Harfosh on Instagram. We'll have a photo up there of Monica. It's Quasar QuantumHealing.com. We're going to get more into the youth fund as well as Fiesta por los Niños. By the way, November 6th, 5:30 p.m. I'll be there. It's at your center in Scottsdale. Give me a second there. Okay, so you went in this Theta Machine and you actually felt some effects?
Yes, but you don't feel anything.
It's not right away.
No, I mean... Whatever illness you have or whatever, even if it's your boost your body to keep healthy, whatever you were in that, how long it took you to get there, health-wise, it's not going to take you back. But, it takes time to get back to feel better. I went for 4 days, and I start feeling things better and more energized, more aware. And I think we flew back on Sunday. That was the last time we did the machines. So I came home and I explained my husband what Theta did. There's 6 machines, AO Scan, Theta, RTMS, Food Detox, LED bed, and the hyperbaric chamber. And they can
LED bed, it almost looks like a tanning bed?
It's not, because it's no frequency. It's red with infrared light with LED light.
Okay.
And we have one machine that has over almost 3,000 lights in the machine that just goes deep into your tissue, repairing damaging.
Okay.
And also that activates the ATP molecule, which is responsible for your immune system. And also, I just find out that also, some people, we live in Arizona, everybody thinks that we have so much light and everything. But in the months of the fall, it affects a lot of people because we have so much light all
That's
summer.
True. And
then they go to depression, the seasonal depression, they call it.
Yeah.
LED is excellent for that.
Okay. Does it help with vitamin D? I mean, something.
No, because it might help, but no, vitamin D is...
Well, all I know, and while we're on the topic, speaking of sunshine, I just went to the doctor this week, and I had a blood test for the first time in years, and I went to the doctor for a physical, for insurance reasons, to be honest with you, and all my levels were great. I'm telling you, man, like great levels, perfect. Testosterone, boom, powerful, everything great, except for my vitamin D. And it was really weird. And your husband too, everyone's raising their hand here in the studio. And it's weird because I figured... I live in Arizona. We got sunshine every day. I play golf. I'm outside. I have a darker complexion anyways. I'm fine. No, vitamin D levels were really low, and my doctor said you got to start supplementing. So it's just something to think about for the people out there, especially given COVID and the pandemic. And there is research out there, do not cancel me, but there is research out there that says vitamin D, it helps your immune system.
Yes, it does. I have my oldest daughter just finished a 28-day program, and she just wanted, she just graduated from college and everything, and I told her, you're going to quit everything and you're going to do the 28-day program, and she did. And her blood work shows low always. She's always
after the machines.
Yeah, and she's a swimmer, so she she used to swim for Sun Devil Aquatics, so she put all that screen to protect her skin because she's very fair. All the time she tested lack of vitamin D.
Okay, so that's a real thing.
She did the program and her vitamin D went up.
And this is the program, meaning at your center, the 28 days, and this is really a form of, it's sort of a renewing, right? Like a form of therapy. We're not talking about necessarily psychiatric therapy, right? It's holistic, whole body therapy.
Yes.
So let me paint you this picture. Let's say I walk in, Billy Harfosh walks in. I have been experiencing some anxiety, which is true. I've always had anxiety. A little bit of insomnia, which is true. And I come in and I say, Monica Samuels, I heard about your center, the center here on the radio, on Show Up Arizona. Thank you for listening. What can you do for me? I mean, where do you even start?
With the EO scan, we digitize your body, and you have to fill up paperwork. And based on those two, we determine it pretty much. At the beginning, probably we don't know you, so you're not going to open. But as the day goes by, you open more and more, so we get to know you more. And we know pretty much what to do at this point after 8 months of what we have seen. We have probably run about 30 programs at this point, and daily also programs, but programs like 6, 12, 24, and 28-day programs, we probably have run about 30.
Now, when you say 28 days, does that mean I have to show up every day? Really?
Yeah, for 3.5 hours.
Well, I guess, I mean, if you want real change, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like going to the gym. If you go twice a month, it ain't going to do much, right?
No.
So every day, 3.5 hours, you need to be at the center, and you're going through these different therapies. And I'd imagine it involves some physical stuff, right? Yoga and different stretching and stuff like that.
No, that's optional.
That's optional.
We're resetting your body, but we teach you the tools. We teach mindful tools. We teach you that, you can maintain your body by grounding, and that's why I have the yoga studio. But it's like we speed the process with the machines, but then we teach you the grounding.
Okay.
Which is the same, it's frequencies, it's energy, it's earth. So, but we speed the program by doing the machines.
Listen, I'm in Monica Samuels. I'm in. I can't wait to get a tour and try some of this stuff out. But I'm an open-minded guy. Like I'm open to anything. I'll try anything at least twice, right? A lot of people listening probably are skeptical right now. How do you, if you're out at a dinner party or something and you're trying to explain your center and these machines and everything, what do you say to someone that's just, this term woo-woo? Like it's not real. How do you explain things like that? Because a lot of medical doctors used to think holistic medicine was woo-woo, and now they're starting to say no. There's a lot to that Eastern Chinese medicine. What about these machines and everything?
This is pretty much Chinese medicine. Frequencies. We use frequencies. Is pretty much Chinese medicine. But I have to tell you that I have a lot of doctors that come to me or send their patients to us, which are our clients because we're not doctors.
Well, there you go.
So, I have a very well-known doctor here in town that sent his mother, his sister-in-law, and another member of the family to do the EO scan because it pretty much tells you exactly what's going on. I was introduced to the machine 3 years ago, and I had a problem myself, a gallbladder problem. And the EO scan told me it was not even the gallbladder. I was going to get removed my gallbladder, and it was not even the gallbladder. It was a bowel that connects the gallbladder that had tissue, and when I eat animal fat, it doesn't break into that bowel, so I can now produce enzymes. And that was the whole problem. But I changed my diet. I became plant-based, and it reversed the whole problem. I still have my gallbladder.
Now, if I sign up for your program, is this a whole holistic? I mean, do I have to, for example, stop drinking wine? Do I have to eat specific things?
I have somebody who was having issues and didn't know what it was, and it was the wine. And I mean, and now she took the wine off her diet, and she's fine.
Yeah. Well, everyone has different reactions to different things.
But the EO scan tells us what you're allergic to. It tells a lot of stuff.
Really?
I mean, the EO scan is like the magic box that tells you what's going on. It's an amazing machine, and it digitizes your body, and it's Tesla and Einstein technology.
I've heard of those guys. Okay, I'm speaking right now to Monica Samuels. This is very interesting stuff. She's the owner and founder of Quasar Quantum Healing. It's right here. It's right up the road here in Scottsdale. And if you're listening in Tucson today, you can definitely make the trip. But I would encourage you, check out QuasarQuantumHealing.com. Quasar is spelled Quasar. If you need information, you guys can always find me Facebook, Instagram at Billy Harfosh. Well, I should mention, part of the reason you're here is about this initial gala, this fiesta. We just got off track there because it's so interesting to me. But the Fiesta por los Niños, it's November 6th at 5:30 p.m. I'm not a Spanish speaker, but I'd imagine that's a party for the kids, yeah?
No.
Darn it. What is it?
Fiesta por los Niños is
translate for me, Monica.
Party for the kids, but it's not for the kids. It's for the kids.
What I said?
Yes.
You sound like my Spanish teacher in 6th grade.
It's kind of,
It's not a party for. Don't bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids. Okay. But it's I want to help children, and now for our equipment, our center, it's very expensive to maintain the center.
I can only imagine.
Because I mean, if you go there and you visit, and you're welcome to do a trial day. I will. It will be my gift.
And you accept donations, right?
Yes.
People can go to your website.
Yes.
People can also get in touch with Monica Samuels. You can go to the website, check things out. If you have problems, you can find me also. Fiesta por los Niños. It's November 6th at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
It's right there at your center there at the Quasar Quantum Healing in Scottsdale. I'm really interested to see what the heck you got going on over there. Like I said, I have an open mind, and sometimes there's a lot of very intelligent people that are involved in this kind of stuff. You know, in my line of work, I get to interview the most fascinating politicians and celebrities from all walks of life, and I ask them sometimes, like, what's the secret sauce? And they hate that question. Like, how do you stay on it? How are you so talented? How do you have so much energy? Yeah. And then when you start peeling back the layers...
They come to my center.
They all say, I go to the... No. You know what they do say? They all have some sort of a grounding, a practice, a meditation. You know what? That's what I'm missing in my life, Monica. I have no grounding. I'm just flying around just 100 miles an hour. I need a grounding. And I think a lot of my audience probably could use the same, especially considering what we've been through the last 18 months, the last 2 years or so. It's just been crazy. I'm so happy you're open. I assume things were tough opening during COVID.
No, it gave me I changed the way I see things now in life. It didn't bother me. I know it was a world crisis, and I couldn't enter the U.S. I was coming from my country on the 17th, so airports were closed, and I crossed whatever. But when I obtained the building, it gave me the opportunity that I didn't have to stress out. I have 8 months to get this going. You know, I'm not going to open in 2020, even though the machines were ready to come. And, just the way things shift, it was more upset to me the year prior to that because we almost lost one member of my family.
Right.
So due to all these social media, depression and all that, that's why I opened the center. No, I wasn't stressed out. It's just, I don't have to rush anything.
Yeah, it's a good perspective because a lot of people are going crazy, but when you've had other things in your personal life that mean so much to your loved ones, kind of the global stuff doesn't mean as much. You go much more micro and focus on the people you love. That's what I try to do.
If you tell me my daughter got scratched, one of my daughters got scratched, I will be more concerned that you tell me my car got scratched or somebody broke a window in my house.
Right. Well, it depends what kind of car you drive. I mean, you haven't seen my car. So.
You haven't seen mine either.
I know, I'm sure. I'm sure your car's better than mine. Monica Samuels, did we cover it all? I want to give you the microphone for a minute because you're a great communicator. They wrote up these fancy questions for me. I didn't even get to them because you're so interesting. Anyone skeptical out there that's just not sure if this is for them, what would you say?
Come to see me, and I will give you the tour. I will explain the machines to you. Our website has a consultation where you can go in there and make an appointment. And, touring the place is the best thing because the website explains a lot, but seeing it is a different thing. And we've been told by all the clients and everybody that has gone through the center that you don't see in the website what you see when you come to the center. And if you have any questions, just come to see us. And I just wanted to to tell people out there that the Quasar Quantum Youth Fund is to help kids that are suffering with a lot of depression, anxiety, and they don't have the financial to do the treatments. And I have to maintain the building, so I need those donations to be able to maintain the building and to treat kids for free. That's my goal. Well,
it's all come full circle. You're doing wonderful work. And you know what? We'll do this right now. I'm going to be there November 6th, Fiesta por los Niños, November 6th, 5:30 p.m. It's going to be right at the center. Hit me up right now on Instagram, at Billy Harfosh. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can get you a tour or something. At Billy Harfosh, on Facebook, at Billy Harfosh. And I'm going to link you up with Monica Samuels. Monica, really, I enjoyed our conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Show Up Arizona. My name is Billy Harfosh, iHeartRadio. Can't wait to check it out.
Yes.